1 minute ago, London in chaos as 2,000 farmers roll tractors into Westminster. Traffic across the capital has been completely halted. Protesters demand urgent reforms on family farm inheritance taxes. The Starmer government faces growing pressure from rural communities. Police monitor the streets while farmers continue to rally peacefully. Stay tuned for live coverage from the heart of London. The streets of London were brought to a standstill today as thousands of farmers from across the United Kingdom drove their tractors into the heart of the capital, staging one of the largest demonstrations in recent years against the Labour government's proposed family farm inheritance tax changes. Reports indicate that approximately 2,000 tractors rolled into Westminster, causing significant traffic disruption and drawing attention from the public, media and political figures alike. Farmers argue that the new tax rules, which remove full exemptions for family farms valued above £1 million, threaten the future of generations-old farming families, forcing some to consider selling land or breaking up family-owned farms to cover tax obligations. The protest, which began in the early hours, quickly escalated into a highly visible demonstration, with farmers marching through central London streets while carrying banners and placards calling on the government to reconsider its policy. Many participants expressed frustration that their concerns were not adequately addressed during consultations, emphasising the financial and emotional impact of the proposed tax changes. Public figures sympathetic to the farming community, including media personalities and rural advocacy groups, have voiced support, highlighting the importance of preserving family farms as a cornerstone of British heritage and food security. Police were deployed in large numbers to manage the flow of traffic and ensure the protest remained peaceful. While there were no reports of serious incidents, authorities reminded participants to follow regulations and maintain safety on public roads. The presence of tractors on busy London streets caused widespread congestion, forcing temporary closures and diversions, and significantly affecting commuters and local businesses. News crews covering the demonstration captured scenes of long tractor convoys moving through Westminster, emphasising the scale of the protest and the determination of farmers to make their voices heard. Political analysts have noted that this protest represents not only a challenge to the Starmer government's inheritance tax policy, but also a broader tension between urban political centres and rural communities in the UK. Farmers have long argued that agricultural policies often fail to consider the unique financial structure of farming, where high land and asset values do not necessarily reflect liquid cash flow. They contend that imposing inheritance taxes without exemptions could jeopardise the continuity of family-run farms, which are vital for both local economies and national food production. During the protest, several members of Parliament and government officials monitored developments closely, with some attempting to engage with farmer representatives to address their concerns. Starmer himself has maintained that the policy is necessary to ensure fairness and sustainability in the taxation system, but the scale and visibility of the protest indicate growing political pressure. Analysts suggest that continued demonstrations of this magnitude could influence future discussions in Parliament, potentially prompting revisions to the tax policy or increased consultation with rural stakeholders. Observers on the ground reported a highly organised rally, with farmers coordinating logistics, communication and media coverage to maximise impact. Social media channels amplified the protest with live updates, photos and videos shared by participants and news outlets alike. This visibility has helped raise awareness nationwide, prompting discussions in both local and national news programmes. Commentators have described the demonstration as a rare display of solidarity within the farming community, reflecting deep concerns about governmental policy and its implications for the sustainability of rural livelihoods. The farmers' protest in London underscores the ongoing dialogue between the government and the agricultural sector. While authorities emphasise the need for compliance with traffic and safety regulations, the demonstrators have succeeded in drawing significant attention to their cause. The events of today highlight the balance the government must strike between implementing policy reforms and addressing the legitimate concerns of affected communities. As the situation develops, further discussions, negotiations, and potential policy adjustments may emerge, with farmers and rural representatives continuing to play an influential role in shaping the future of family farm taxation in the United Kingdom. The scale and intensity of the protest has sent shockwaves through Westminster, highlighting the growing frustration of rural communities across the country. Farmers, many of whom have inherited family-run farms passed down through generations, fear that the proposed inheritance tax changes could dismantle the legacy of their livelihoods. As tractors rolled through the capital, onlookers witnessed the sheer determination of these communities, united in their call for fair treatment and recognition from the government. Analysts say the protest is more than a reaction to tax policy. It is a statement about the value of rural voices in national decision-making. The demonstration has captured the attention of MPs, political commentators and media outlets, sparking debates about how urban-centred policies often fail to account for the unique challenges of farming. With farmers emphasising that land-rich but cash-poor realities make them vulnerable to heavy taxation, the protest serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between taxation and sustainability in the UK's agricultural sector. Despite the disruption in central London, the protest has remained largely peaceful, with farmers coordinating their efforts to ensure public safety while maximising visibility. Police presence has been high, but authorities have largely adopted a monitoring role, allowing demonstrators to voice their concerns freely. The sight of hundreds of tractors moving in perfect convoy through key streets of London has become a symbol of rural solidarity, drawing national attention and prompting discussion on social media, news channels and political forums. The protest has also shed light on the wider implications for food production and rural economies. Family-run farms are not only cultural and historical assets, but also play a critical role in the nation's food supply. By mobilising in such numbers, farmers have emphasised that any policy affecting their operations has consequences far beyond their immediate communities. Experts suggest that the visibility and organisation of this demonstration could influence future government discussions, potentially leading to policy adjustments or increased engagement with rural stakeholders. In the coming days, all eyes will remain on Westminster as the government responds to the mounting pressure. Farmers have made it clear that their goal is not confrontation but recognition, the hope that policymakers will understand the practical realities of running a family farm and act to protect these vital rural institutions. The protest stands as a testament to the resilience and unity of the farming community, showcasing their willingness to stand together in defence of their livelihoods while maintaining a peaceful and organised approach to public demonstration. As the day unfolded in London, the tractor protest, led by thousands of farmers, became one of the most visible demonstrations in recent UK history. From early morning, farmers arrived from various regions, creating long convoys that snaked through the streets of Westminster and surrounding areas. The demonstration was organised to highlight the government's proposed family farm inheritance tax changes, which have sparked concern among rural communities about the future of their farms and livelihoods. Many participants stressed that their farms are land-rich but cash-poor, meaning that the tax could force some families to sell land or assets simply to meet obligations, threatening generations of farm continuity. The protest quickly drew national attention. Media crews captured footage of tractor convoys moving in unison, farmers waving banners, and organised groups of demonstrators walking alongside the vehicles. Social media platforms were flooded with images and videos from the scene, allowing millions across the UK and beyond to witness the scale of the rally. Political commentators and analysts noted that such a large-scale, peaceful demonstration represents a significant display of rural unity and resilience, showing that farming communities are willing to mobilise effectively when their livelihoods are at stake. Authorities maintained a strong but measured presence throughout the protest. Police officers monitored traffic and ensured public safety, while largely allowing demonstrators to proceed without major interference. The organised nature of the protest demonstrated careful planning by farmers who aimed to maximise visibility without resorting to violence or chaos. Despite the disruption to traffic and the temporary closures of key streets in Westminster, the protest remained professional and structured, showing the determination of rural communities to engage in civic action responsibly. The political implications of the protest are considerable. The demonstration has sparked intense debate in Parliament, newsrooms and public forums about how government policies affect rural communities. Lawmakers have acknowledged the scale of the protest and the concerns raised, while analysts predict that such visible public pressure may influence future discussions about inheritance tax and family farm exemptions. Many see the protest as a clear message to the Starmer government. Rural voices cannot be ignored, and policy decisions must take into account the practical realities of farming and food production in the UK. Observers also highlighted the social and cultural significance of the protest. Family-run farms are central to the UK's agricultural heritage and national food security. By organising and mobilising in this way, farmers have not only advocated for their financial interests, but also brought attention to the broader importance of preserving rural livelihoods. The event underscored the strong bonds within the farming community, the determination to protect generational wealth, and the resilience of rural voices in influencing national policy. Looking forward, the eyes of the nation remain on Westminster. Farmers have signalled their willingness to continue peaceful demonstrations until meaningful engagement and discussion with government officials take place. The Starmer government faces the challenge of balancing tax reform with the preservation of family farms. And the protest demonstrates that rural communities are organised, vocal and ready to make their concerns known. Today's demonstration in London is likely to be remembered as a landmark moment for the UK farming community, a peaceful but powerful stand for the protection of family farms, rural livelihoods, and the voice of the countryside in national policy decisions.